The state says, in essence, in the right hand, I've got a check for $5,000 or $8,000, whatever the number is. I don't care. And in the left hand, I've got a check for between $500 and $3,000. I don't care. And I'm going to make a choice. As a state, I have to decide which one of those I'm going to spend. And if the parent elects to take the $3,000 or the $500, okay, I'm gonna give it to them. Meaning, in the end, if the question for the parents is, do you want the state to spend $8,000 teaching your kids in a public school, or do you want the parents to spend $3,000 or $500 to teach your kids in a private school? If the parents say, I want you to spend $3,000 in the private school, and actually in the first 5 years, my argument doesn't make sense because the public schools keep it all. But isn't that voting every year? I mean, isn't really the program voting for itself or against itself every year?
Rick, you talked about a fast food restaurant and said you serve the public.
Right.
I thought I also picked up that there are certain government rules, regulations, laws that you need to abide by.
Right.
I guess I'm trying to make a point that to take public dollars for someone to have that a private purpose, and Paul used the term subsidy, and I think that was a good use of a term. It's a government subsidy. It's called scholarship in the law, but government subsidy.
Just like for public school kids right now.
And to let me try to spit this out. I'm sorry to be stammering here, but when the rules and regulations and laws that one has to have for that fast food restaurant are subject to question in this particular voucher bill. That is, there are some questions about standards,
who gets to make that decision? Who gets to make that decision? See, the parents get to make that decision.
If the parents are paying for it, they make the decision. If the public's paying for it, the public has a right to have certain kinds of rules and regulations.
Okay,
and I think this particular law is flawed in that.
Your point is so brilliant. Thank you. Your point is, if the parents are making the decision with their own money, then they can make the decision. But if they're making it with the government's money or with the public's money, the public should make a decision. Here's my question is, if we don't pass vouchers, how do parents who think that the schools are substandard vote? Because they're paying. It's government money being spent. But how do they get to say, I don't like it?